So a little bit more about the understanding of the breakdown of the vessels. One of the important points to know there is the light left. The light went back to its source within the breakdown. So the vessels broke down. The light didn't break down. Okay? The light didn't break down. To be honest with you, if you read through that Chaim, you will find introductions that it sounds as if the light itself broke down, but that should be learned and understood in the right way, not to make critical mistakes. The light didn't break down, the vessel broke down, the light went back to its place. Okay, a little bit of the light came down with the vessels to nourish them and to give them sustenance in the time that they are like broken low in the low worlds, in order that they will be able to come back to their place afterwards and reconnect with the world of Atzilut. Okay, but we'll speak about it later. Point of the matter is that the significance of that vessels and light to us, the simple way to understand it is that is their body and soul. So we have the body, we have the soul. So what happens when the body dies? What happens? The soul goes back to its source, simply. Obviously, there's a long way and many possibilities what happens with the soul, right? All of Shara Gilgulim and all of the teachings of Rav Yehuda Ptaya that I was giving a lot of them in those classes, but to make it simple, the soul goes back to its soul. So that's the simple way to understand the same thing in the spiritual prehistory of the creation, that the vessels is what we have today as body. The light comes, so the neshama is within the body. Then the body dies, so that the vessel that fell down, so it's going into the lower realms, into the lower worlds, and the neshama, the light, goes back to its source, right? Then afterwards, what happens? Is that the end of the story? No, we have the resurrection of the dead, right? Tchiyat HaMetim. What does it mean, Tchiyat HaMetim? That the light and the vessel come back together again. So the vessel gets to its tikkun, right? So that's all the teachings about, the Ramchal is also explaining about what is the concept of Tchiyat HaMetim, that the body needs to get purified from the Yetzer Hara, and that is happening when it gets rotten in the grave. And then in time of Tchiyat HaMetim, so it can come back pure without the Yetzer Hara, and then Neshama comes to the body, and that's the future to come, endless pleasure and infinite joy that we'll have, Bezrat Hashem, to have the merit to be there. You know, that's part of. It's not the main reason, but that's part of the reason of what we're doing here in this world, is to prepare ourselves for that period of time of Tchiyat HaMetim, that it will be like eternity time that we can dedicate ourselves to serve Hashem and to connect to Hashem in high levels and high levels and high levels. So all of that already happened in the blueprint, which is that prehistory, spiritual prehistory, I call it, that is the teachings of the Arizal. So the tikkun, that is the next stage after we'll finish to discuss about the nekudim. So the next thing will be the brudim, which is the time of the tikkun. Okay, so that is the resurrection of the dead. So now we're speaking about, in this understanding, we can say that this world is more related with the nekudim, right? Because we have death. So the truth of the matter is that within this world we have everything. We have all of the dimensions, all of those like different stages. So we look at it. The simple understanding of all of those teachings of the Kabbalah is like to put it on timeline, and then we think that, like, for us, whatever happened yesterday is past, so it's not exist now. But in the spiritual realm, it exists. It's still a reality. So whatever happened, it's not only history, it's also within the present. Not only affecting the present, it is a present. Okay, it is an existence. It is a reality that is active. And so to see our existence, that it has like all of those dimensions of all of those teachings, needs a lot of meditation, a lot of observation to relate to that and to comprehend that as much as we can. And we're limited, but we're trying as much as we can. And that will be a way to be able to have the connection to also the world of the Nekudim in one hand, and also the world of the Brudim in the other hand, that it comes together within ourselves, within our existence, within our connection to Hashem. So, with all Hashem will lead us to the right understanding, to be able to relate to those concepts in the right way, and to use them to get the inspiration that we need to do whatever it is that we need to do. Bezrat Hashem. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen.